As NASCAR looks down the road, it's working to expand its base on and off the track. About 6 million people watch the Sprint Cup Series on TV. More than 75% of those viewers are white. Over 60% are men. Mark Strassmann talks to some unlikely rising stars behind the wheel.
Almost a backstretch lead over.
Watch the number 54 Toyota truck. Driver Darrell Bubba Wallace made NASCAR history when he won the Martinsville Speedway last October. Here's why.
If someone hears that there's a NASCAR driver and his name is Bubba, they probably don't think he looks like you.
Exactly.
The 20-year-old became the first African-American driver to win a NASCAR race in 50 years, since Wendell Scott's checkered flag in 1963.
You crossed the finish line crying?
Yeah.
Gonna get his first win in the Camping World Truck Series.
Tears of joy came. Couldn't even hold it together. Race wasn't even over yet, and I'm still balling.
When you heard it was the first time in 50 years.
I said, wow, that's, I should be the 100th, since that. It's just how bad it needs to change.
NASCAR's good old boy image has stuck to the sport like a sponsored decal. In this year's Sprint Cup, the sport's top level, 43 drivers compete, 42 of them white. All of them men except Danica Patrick. But in 2004, NASCAR started a program called Drive for Diversity. Max Siegel leads its competition arm called Rev Racing. It recruits and develops young minority and women drivers and pit crews.
They're professional race car drivers, and it's a lifestyle. So we want to make sure that not only do they have the talent on the track, but they're dedicated to put in the time to develop their craft.
Developing that craft, turning a good driver into an elite one, can cost millions of dollars. Rev Racing pays for the mentoring, training, and time behind the wheel.
1, 2, 3, focus!
Every driver that has gone through this program, but for the Drive for Diversity program and Rev Racing support, wouldn't have been able to finance their development into the professional series.
Kyle Larson, driving the number 42 Chevy, graduated from Rev Racing and is now a rookie in NASCAR's top level. He's 21, half Japanese, and a rising star.
It's pretty much a dream come true.
At 7, Larson started racing go-karts on dirt tracks in Elk Grove, California.
I have another kid who was half Japanese like myself. We call ourselves the Asian Invasion.
NASCAR hopes Larson drives a second Asian invasion of fans.
Any doubt in your mind that if you diversify the face of the driver, you'll diversify the faces in the stands?
Oh, definitely. They'll come up to me and be like, oh, I'm half Japanese or Chinese or whatever, and I'm rooting for you this week, so do a good job.
Bubba Wallace began racing at age 9 in North Carolina.
There was only one black kid, only one, and that was me.
As far as you were concerned, you belonged in that track?
Yep.
And still belong in that track?
Yep, I made it known.
Wallace also went through Rev Racing.
Is it important to you that NASCAR has this program?
I believe so. I mean, you still look in the stands, it's predominantly white. You still look on the track, it is all white, except for one.
The fabric of America is multicultural.
Mike Helton is president of NASCAR.
That's what NASCAR wants to be. It wants to have that fabric of America, and I think if the characters and the personality and the faces and the genders that participate in the sport are all part of that, then the grandstands will be too.
Both Wallace and Larson plan to make it known they belong every time one of them races into victory lane. For CBS This Morning, Mark Strassmann, Bristol, Tennessee.
Darrell Bubba Wallace Jr. will race again. I love that name. Will race again Saturday in Martinsville, Virginia. That's where he won in October, becoming the first African-American to win a NASCAR race in 50 years. I'm thinking Bubba is hubba hubba cute. Along with Bubba and the Asian Invasion, I think we need to go see NASCAR. I've never been.
Seriously.
Have you ever been, Charlie?
Yes, I have.
You have? Of course you have.
Yes,
You love it?
I have
North
not.
Carolina's
No,
the heart
I
of
have not.
NASCAR,
I have to
yeah.
confess, but now
But
there's some added incentive.
Bubba is a young man comfortable with himself.
Yes.
Yeah, he's got
That's
grit.
the most important thing.
I like that.
That's the most important thing.